Okay, so tonight we're having a look at the Helix Nebula, Caldwell 63, which is a planetary nebula in Aquarius. And I've already stacked a total of 11 images for an exposure of around 5 minutes. And you're starting to see the Helix Nebula emerge. I do have a little bit of vignetting, quite a lot of vignetting tonight here, but because I haven't done the appropriate flats, but that's not too serious. And I've got the cooler going full blast. We're down to minus 26 degrees centigrade, and we'll take a few more images and then we'll probably switch to a globular cluster in Aquarius. So I think we'll stop the stacking there. We've stacked 15 images here of the Helix Nebula. I'm going to take a picture. I was trying to stack earlier using a filter, but although the filter improves the contrast, it prevented me doing the stacking. So I think it's partly because it's quite low in the sky tonight. Okay. Now I thought while we're looking at Aquarius, we'd have a quick look at a Messier object in Aquarius, Messier 73. So I'll stop the stacking there. Okay. And we'll go back to the preview mode here. Exit. And now we're going to try and go to M73. And this is really basically a little collection of 4 stars, but it'll be interesting to have a look at it, especially since it's quite close to where the telescope is currently pointing. But because we're not looking at the helix anymore, checking that it's centered, loading, 70 stars, that's good, uncentered, so it's going to recheck where it's pointing. And it says that it's centered, so in a moment we should see them, and there are the 4 stars in question, and that's with a I think probably just a 2-second exposure. Let's recheck that there. No, I don't want to do a 60-second exposure. Let's stop that. Come on. Let's go back to here. Go back to live mode here. Clear. Okay, and let's try to do this. We'll do a 30-second exposure on this a cluster of stars. We'll put this on auto because it should give us the best result here. We're looking at Messier 73. It's an asterism of 4 stars in the constellation Aquarius. And it's very close to a globular cluster, M72, which we'll have a look at in just a moment. So what's it going to look like? Not too bad, but there's clearly quite a lot of there's some vignetting here. I may have not applied the darks correctly. That's good. Cancel. Okay, and of course it is fairly low in the horizon. So we'll take a picture of that. But I'm not going to stack any more. I'm going to confirm that, and I'm going to go back to, sorry about that, go back to the preview mode, and that was M73. Actually cancel. What I'm going to do here is quickly annotate that. No, nothing to label, so that's okay. So we're going to go back to preview mode, exit, and we're going to go to M72, which is this globular cluster in Aquarius. Okay. It's adjusting its position, that it should be spot on because it's already there, more or less. Target is centered. Okay. And there is the globular cluster. Okay. And now let's see if we can do a live stack on this guy. Let's clear this here and start our live stack here. This is M73, which sorry, M72 globular cluster in Hercules, in Aquarius, but it's getting rather low down in the sky, so we're not getting a super view. Okay, now it's going to load our image, and there it is. Okay, there's quite a lot of background light because we're low. There's some light pollution in there, but this is M72. Let's see if we can annotate it there and take a picture, just for reference sake, really. Globular cluster in Aquarius. Okay, so now we'll go back to preview mode, exit, that's good. So now we're going to go to well, let's try the triangulum, okay, which is M33. Let me just check that the Orion is still very low. That's no good. M33, and it's getting quite high, so that's nice. M33. So we've got to M33, you can see it faintly there. We're going to try live stacking that. And there it is, not too bad tonight, M33. So, and there's an interesting, it's always interesting because you see this little smudge up here, which you first think is a separate galaxy, but of course it isn't. It's part of one of the spirals of the Triangulum galaxy. Unfortunately, it's not stacking, so we may not be able to get anything better tonight than just this 30-second exposure. I don't know why. You would think there are plenty of stars there for it to work with, but it's not able to do it.